Hi everyone, I'm back with Amanda Talks, and I wanted to address something that a lot of people don't fully understand, and that is, as a makeup artist, how do you address more mature skin? I get this question all the time. A lot of the times, you know, our younger artists, they learn all these things on YouTube and they learn all the crazy makeup and things like that, and then they go to a wedding and they get, you know, maybe a 50, 60, 70-year-old grandmother, mother sit down in their chair and they have absolutely no idea what to do with their makeup. And there's definitely certain things you want to think about when you're approaching mature skin. First of all, you know, we have lines naturally, especially around our eyes. So the first thing I would suggest is really staying away from too much concealer. What happens with women as we age, we get a lot of lines around our eyes. There's also a lot of skin that's there. So the more makeup you put on, as far as thicker concealers and things, the worse it's gonna make the woman's eye look. So I love these palettes. This is Graftobian. This is the Graftobian HD Cream Palette, and it is amazing. I use it as a concealer, I use it as a foundation, and believe it or not, this teeny palette will do hundreds and hundreds of faces for you. You simply take just a little bit, that much, maybe a little bit more than a pinprick, put it onto your hand, and then either with your finger, which I highly recommend using your finger when you're going to put concealer on, particularly on people with a little bit more mature skin or dry skin, and then you just go ahead and pat that on under the eyes. It's really, really creamy, so it goes on really, really well. And then what I do is bring it down the center of the face and just kind of keep it like that. I don't like to put too much foundation on mature women. I don't think that their skin needs it. What I do think they need is to have a little bit more color on the lips and a little bit more color on the cheeks. So what I do with mature skin is I like to pick a pretty vibrant color, nothing necessarily that's like a super bright red or a super bright pink, but something maybe in these levels of colors here. And I use them for blush and for lipstick. I stay away from glosses for mature skin. What happens is you're gonna get the bleeding out of the lip line and it's going to look awful. The madder the lip color, the better the lips are going to look and the less wrinkled they're going to look. I do use liner on mature lips, however, I line the entire lip and then put the color over on top of it. What you don't want to do is have the eyeliner look, and I think most people know that now, that if you're going to use an eyeliner, you're going to use something that's kind of natural and neutral and it's going to blend into the lip color. What I also like to do for mature skin as far as blush is take the color lipstick I've used, dip my finger in or take a little spatula and put it in. I always use my ring finger. And then I like to take a little bit of something like a rosebud salve here, even a little bit, you could even use a little bit of lip gloss or a little bit of Vaseline, and just take a teeny bit here, put it onto your hand there, and mix the two together. What this creates is a beautiful, sheer, creamy blush for you to put on your client's face. And especially for mature women, you want to have, I just pat it with my ring finger and my middle finger. I just pat it right onto the skin like that, just in the kind of upper cheek area. And what that'll do is it'll add a little bit of hydration to the area here where we tend to get dry. And when the light hits it, it gives a really, really beautiful sheen and color to the cheek, as opposed to applying something like a dry blush like this, which tends to dry the skin out a little bit more. And when it comes to doing eyes on mature women, mature skin, what you want to stay away from is anything shimmery. The only place I ever put a little bit of shimmer is right under the brow bone. You do not want to get these glittery, shimmery shadows, and you definitely don't want to work with these shimmer powders here. They look messy, they get caught in all the lines. Keep it classic. You really want to think classic when you're working on a woman of a certain age. I love these Lorac palette colors. They've got some really, really beautiful matte colors here that I use a lot on my mature women. I tend to sometimes stay away from doing something too dark or too smoky. I don't like to do a lot of contouring on the outer corner of the eye unless the woman has a nice kind of taut skin on the eye, because what happens a lot of times with mature women, we have so much excess skin here that you contour and contour and contour, and as soon as you let the skin down, it's disappeared. So I really like to concentrate on bringing a woman's eye out with liner and a little bit of lashes and a little bit of mascara. I think those are your best things. That'll pop the eye out, maybe a little smudge of color underneath, your cream blush, and your matte lipstick. And that's what I recommend for my mature women.